obviously a lot of times champions say they don't really feel like a champion until they've defended the belt, but we see, the way you were received in the Korea and your popularity has grown. I'm curious, do you feel like the lightweight champion right now, or do you feel like you have to win this fight before you can really claim that?
No, I definitely feel like a lightweight champion, but I definitely feel like after I cement it and defend it one time, it'll be that much better, But no, I definitely feel like a champ, yes.
And I was reading in the media notes that you said that you want your name to be like Joe Louis, Muhammad Ali, where people, associate you with that lightweight title. Is that the way that you've always, felt and focused for your entire career? Or is that something new now that you've been crown champion?
No, it's not anything new. Like I said, people have long-term goals. Like if you're a business, your long-term goal should be a Fortune 500 company, right? So at some point in time, you want to get bigger and bigger and better and better, make more money, that sort of stuff. My long-term goal has always been, since I first started fighting, I was, out here in Denver when I first started. I got beat up by a lot of these guys out here and stuff, but my long-term goal was to be the best, period. So having that goal, I'm not looking past anybody before then, but those are my long-term goals, yeah. To do it like Joe Louis, control that weight class.
You both talk about your preparations in fighting here at this altitude, and have you both gotten used to it at this point? We'll start with Benson, please.
Yeah, getting ready for this fight, we asked around, we asked all the experts how long it takes to get acclimated to high altitude, to high elevation. Everyone said, a month is best, 2 weeks is too short. If you do like 2 weeks, your body doesn't acclimate, it really does nothing for you. They say 3 weeks is a nice medium in between. You can get acclimated, not fully already acclimated, but the best you can be for that short notice. So we decided to do 2.5 weeks in Flagstaff, Arizona. The elevation is actually 7,000 feet. And then the last week out here in Denver. So it'll be 3.5 weeks altogether for me at altitude.
And Frankie?
Yeah, I've been out here for a while. I trained in Colorado Springs last week, and I feel ready to go. First got out here, felt it, a little bit, but the past couple of days I've been feeling really good.
Because everybody's going to ask you always about Anthony Pettis. Do you feel like you have to beat Anthony at some point, whenever he's ready, in order to really feel that you got it over that?
I think Cowboy just said he has him first, but at some point in time, Anthony and I will dance inside of the cage again. Before I retired, we will dance inside of the cage again. That being said, it's on him, his job to get to the UFC belt level. Yeah, it's not my job to wait for him or open the doors up for him. He's great. He's a great fighter. I take my hats off to him. I'm a big fan of his. But it's not up to me to say, oh wait, stop. This guy, he's next. He's next. That's not my job. My job is to be whoever they put in front of me.
It looks like WC versus UFC right now.
I was thinking the same thing.
Do you know the numbers on the WC guys versus the UFC guys? Anybody know the numbers on that? Somebody should look that up and find the numbers on the
I think John knows, right? John, why don't you tell us the numbers?
I know it's in the WEC's favor for sure.
There you go. Benson Henderson, are you going to mock anyone in the media for their questions today via Twitter? Just throwing that out there.
I don't think today, no. Everyone's doing a pretty decent job. You guys are holding up to my standards, so I'm going to hold you guys up to higher standards. You guys hold us up to higher standards, I'm going to hold you guys up to higher standards. I want better questions, fresh questions, yeah? You're doing a good job, Ron. I like your style.
Yesterday there was some pretty big news about John Jones signing with Nike, and I'm just wondering, as champion of the lightweight division, is that something that you strive for as well? He's talked about this a lot in the past, and I'm wondering if you feel as though you're close to something like that. Is that something that you feel like you need to validate your career? Is this a goal of yours? Just curious as a champ.
For me, I do like Nike, obviously. They're a great brand. They've done a great job of branding themselves. You see the swoosh, you know exactly what it is. But for me, it's more about that broad mainstream appeal. I want to have a broad appeal all throughout mainstream. I want companies who've never sponsored MMA before to look at, oh, hey, maybe we might get into that, or that guy might be good to sponsor. Oh, he does MMA. Oh, cool. We didn't know that's what he did. But I'm looking for that broad appeal for mainstream sponsors. Like, oh, that's a viable sponsorship right there that we're looking into. Nike particularly, I'm not really. For me, it was never like a dream to be sponsored by Nike or anything like that. But I will take some Nike checks. So.
And he is wearing Nikes right now too.
I am. It's true.
When you say,
I'll take some checks from any mainstream guys that want to sign something. Definitely I'll take it.
When you say a broad appeal and bigger companies, do you mean outside of athletics? Like, are you talking like you want to
GE, Home Depot? Come on, name down the line, man. There's a ton of big, huge corporations that I think could honestly benefit from having a sponsorship in MMA.
What about you, Frankie?
Yeah, I mean, who would want to be sponsored by, a big corporate sponsor like that? And I think, with John Jones getting this Nike, hopefully, at least if we don't go outside athletics, but maybe Adidas, Reebok, Puma, these other athletic brands would want to get into this.
Dana White stated that the winner of this fight would face Nate Diaz. So without looking past what you guys have on Saturday, give me your thoughts on fighting him.
Nate Diaz, he's a tough fighter. He's good. He brings it every time he fights. I said it before, and I'll say it again. I don't know if you guys really understand me. I want to fight everybody in the division. I want to beat everybody. That's it, man. No, never really thought about welterweight at all. For me, 155 is my division. I want my name to be synonymous with 155 for the next, 10 years or 5 years or however much longer I fight. Welterweight. Have you seen those guys? They're huge.
Yeah.
They are ginormous.
Big for lightweight.
I'm big for lightweight. Have you seen St. Pierre in person? Check out St. Pierre in person. Tell me you want me fighting him. You want me to get beat up? Come on, sucker.